The automobile industry has seen a dramatic change with the implementation of new European emission rules, especially Euro 7. This is especially true for the electric car sector. These rules are intended to lower dangerous emissions and encourage more environmentally friendly modes of transportation. There are significant ramifications for the EV industry as manufacturers adjust to these strict regulations, impacting everything from market dynamics to car design. In this video, we will go through 7 key points outlining the effects of these new standards on the EV industry. Number 7. Stricter emission limits. With the introduction of some of the strictest car emission rules in the world, the Euro 7 regulations mark a substantial advancement in the European Union's approach to addressing air pollution and climate change. These rules cover non-exhaust emissions, namely those produced by tire deterioration and brake wear, in addition to more conventional pollutants including carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, and particulate matter. This all-encompassing strategy seeks to address the wide range of vehicle-related impacts to urban air quality problems, which have been connected to major public health issues like cardiovascular and respiratory disorders. Lower limitations on these emissions are required by Euro 7, which forces automakers to build vehicles more creatively. This could result in the creation of sophisticated braking systems that reduce particle discharge and the use of environmentally friendly materials that lessen tire wear. In order to further reduce emissions, producers may also need to invest in research into alternate fuel sources and install more efficient filtration technology in exhaust systems. In addition to enhancing air quality, the ultimate objective is to establish a global standard for environmental stewardship in the automotive industry, which will impact laws in other areas. Number 6. Impact on electric vehicles. By enforcing strict performance criteria pertaining to battery economy, safety, and overall sustainability throughout the vehicle's life cycle, the Euro 7 regulations explicitly target electric vehicles. For example, producers will have to test batteries extensively under a variety of scenarios, including as rapid charging and extremely high temperatures. By making sure that batteries are not just dependable but also able to sustain their performance over time, this regulatory focus is essential for resolving customer concerns over range anxiety, the worry that an EV will run out of juice before arriving at its destination. Additionally, Euro 7 might promote advancements like better battery management systems that maximize charging cycles and prolong battery life while reducing deterioration. We may anticipate improvements in charging infrastructure as manufacturers address these issues. For instance, the creation of incredibly quick charging stations that can recharge an EV's battery in minutes as opposed to hours. In addition to boosting public trust in EV technology, this all-encompassing strategy supports EU objectives for cutting greenhouse gas emissions and advancing environmentally friendly transportation options. Number 5. Market transformation. The automobile market is expected to undergo a significant and complex shift as a result of Euro 7 legislation. According to analysts, plug-in hybrid and battery electric vehicles will account for about 75% of new automobile sales in Europe by 2030. This change is a result of a number of factors, including shifting consumer tastes towards sustainability, legislative requirements, and technology developments that increase the accessibility and popularity of EVs. Customers are looking for cars that reflect their beliefs in terms of environmental stewardship as a result of growing public awareness of climate change. In response to increasing demand, governments throughout Europe are putting supportive policies into place, including measures to phase out older internal combustion engine vehicles from metropolitan areas, investments in charging infrastructure, and financial incentives for EV sales. Traditional automakers face serious repercussions. They must quickly modify their production plans or risk losing market share to rivals who are better able to adjust to the changing environment. In addition to altering market dynamics, this shift has wider ramifications for patterns of energy usage, urban planning projects aimed at lowering emissions and traffic, and general plans for reaching EU climate goals. Number 4. Financial implications for manufacturers. For automakers, the implementation of Euro 7 standards has significant financial ramifications that could drastically alter their business strategies. Businesses that violate these strict emission regulations risk harsh fines, which could result in large losses, or in the case of smaller businesses that cannot afford the costs of compliance, insolvency, manufacturers are required to invest significant funds in research and development to produce compatible technology, which includes not just electric vehicles, but also hybrid models and advanced combustion engines built to new requirements, in addition to possible fines. This shift would require a total reorganization of the supply networks and operations of many conventional automakers, who have traditionally depended on internal combustion engines. They might have to make significant investments in brand new EV manufacturing facilities or form alliances with tech companies that focus on battery development or autonomous driving technologies. Additionally, when larger businesses use economies of scale to strengthen their competitive edge and smaller players struggle with compliance expenses, this financial pressure may result in more sector consolidation. Financial agility will be essential in this quickly changing environment for industries hoping to not just survive, but also prosper in the face of tougher pollution standards. Number 3. Increased demand for batteries. The demand for lithium-ion batteries, which are crucial parts that power electric vehicles, will rise sharply over the next several years due to the expected spike in adoption of these vehicles brought on by Euro 7 legislation. According to current projections, the demand for batteries might increase dramatically from about 69 gigawatt-hours in 2021 to an incredible 515 gigawatt-hours by 2030. The need for strong supply chains that can accommodate this growth while guaranteeing sustainable sourcing methods for vital raw materials like lithium, cobalt, nickel, and graphite materials frequently linked to substantial environmental effects during extraction processes is highlighted by this exponential growth. Manufacturers will have to make significant investments in both battery production facilities and recycling programs that recover valuable materials from used batteries. This practice can help reduce the environmental effects of mining operations and encourage the circular economy in the sector. Furthermore, by increasing safety profiles and performance metrics like energy density and charging speed, battery technological breakthroughs like solid-state batteries or alternative chemistries have the potential to completely transform energy storage options. As businesses compete to satisfy growing demand and set themselves apart with better technological solutions that improve user experience overall, the race for battery innovation will turn into a crucial battlefield. Number 2, competitive pressure. The automobile industry is seeing increased rivalry as a result of the introduction of Euro 7 legislation. European manufacturers are up against fierce competition from international firms that have already made major strides in electric car production and technology. Due to their aggressive investments in EV infrastructure and technology development, Chinese manufacturers have emerged as significant competitors. They have become leaders in battery manufacturing and provide competitively priced electric models that appeal to a wide range of consumers across different market segments. This competitive environment forces European automakers to improve their EV offerings through enhanced performance metrics like range, charging speed, affordability, and overall user experience, all of which are crucial factors influencing consumer purchasing decisions today, in addition to stepping up their innovation efforts. In order to preserve market share in the face of these international competitors, European businesses may need to embrace more flexible business practices that enable them to react quickly to shifting market conditions and look into joint ventures or partnerships that can efficiently utilize common knowledge across various automotive ecosystem sectors, from supply chain optimization techniques meant to lower production costs to software development for connected cars. Number 1. Holistic regulatory framework needed. A comprehensive regulatory framework that encompasses more than just strict emission standards alone is urgently needed in order to fully realize the potential benefits of Euro 7 regulations on both environmental sustainability and economic viability within the automotive sector. This framework must include comprehensive policies specifically tailored to facilitating transitions at all levels, from individual consumers buying new vehicles to fleet operators managing large inventories reliant on fossil fuels that currently dominate transportation sectors. Incentives should be put in place by policymakers to encourage consumers, including fleet operators, to switch from older internal combustion engine vehicles to newer electric models that come with cutting-edge features like improved connectivity or autonomous driving capabilities. This will increase adoption rates among a variety of societal demographics. Tax breaks or subsidies designed especially for EV purchases or scrap page programs that reward owners of older cars that do not meet current emissions regulations, while also advancing the circular economy through recycling programs that recover valuable materials from retired cars that are not in use, are examples of such incentives. In the end, a comprehensive approach would foster collaboration between government entities and industry stakeholders necessary to create an environment conducive to sustainable mobility while maintaining economic stability throughout the transformative shift underway today. It would also ensure that economic considerations remain front and center for both consumers and manufacturers. As these developments take place, they will probably alter not just the car selection, but also the dynamics of the industry more broadly in Europe and elsewhere. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.